like I always thought, you know, I'm really excited to be a father. I'm not going to lie to my kids like I've been lied to. I want to be a father, you know, sometime soon, and a husband. Like maybe like tonight if any of you guys are available for the show. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, I've been thinking about a lot of the things I want to do as a parent, and you know, I've been thinking about the things I'm excited about, the things I'm nervous for. One of the things I'm most nervous for is giving up the things I love the most for the betterment of my children. And the most obvious glaring example is morning wood. If you guys aren't familiar with morning wood, it is the act by which you wake up with an erection. Male or female, we'll get into that later, it's gross. The thing is, like right now, you know, it's like I wake up every morning by myself, stiff as a board, and it's like a little eager friend you have to say hello to you every morning. It's great. And the thing is, mine is like so sophisticated that I can tell what the weather's like, I can like tell the dew point, how NASDAQ is doing. And the thing is, right now, I mean, every morning right now, I wake up in the starfish position, like a crustacean, and just without a care in the world, but that's not going to be okay if I have kids. Like, God forbid, these kids on Christmas Eve, I'm not going to lie to them. I'll say, listen, Santa died in 2011, and Grandma heard your dad getting hand jobs when he was 60. God forbid this kid comes into my bedroom in the morning and tries to jump on me. Someone's going to lose an eye. Someone's going to get impaled, and it's not going to be pretty. And so I can see it now, you know, my wife saying, hey, you're late, you gotta drive our kids to school. And I'm gonna say, well, you either better give me a couple minutes to talk this thing down or give me a bucket of ice water because you do not want me handling our kids like this. It's like a fucking kid kebab. That one well, thank you. And that's gonna be one of the best jobs in the world too, is just being a stay-at-home dad and hanging out with your kids all day. Hanging out with you and your morning with your kids. That's got to be the best job in the world. Like, there are some jobs I've had. I had this job once when I was 18, and some of you guys can attest to this. It was in a liquor factory, stacking boxes. And you ask any 18-year-old kid if he wants to work on like stacking boxes and handling boxes, he's going to say, yes, trust me, I did. But it's not that kind of box, and it sucked. And the qualifications for this job were that you had to be over 30 years old, a convicted felon of at least 1.5 years. You have to have at least 2 illegitimate children with 2 different women, and you have to have more tattoos than you had teeth. And I didn't have any of these, and I worked 4 days. I worked 4 days because they were the 4 worst days of my entire life. But then there are people that, you know, there are people like, I wouldn't say like me because I work 4 days, but there are people that work their whole lives to the bone to make a buck. But then there are guys like whoever came up with Twitter. Twitter.com. Fucking Twitter.com. It's the easiest thing in the world. This guy who's never even smelled a woman one day, right, came up with Twitter.com, the website that asks, what are you doing? If someone came up to me 5 years ago and said, hey, I'm going to start a website that asks, what are you doing? Did you want to join? I'd say, no, because that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. It's so ridiculous. It's so easy. Overnight. I'm going to come up with a website called Shitter.com, and it's going to be the Twitter of feces. So instead of saying what you're doing, it's what are you dumping? Like, I can see it now, like, you know, Miley Cyrus at Starbucks. Oh, just drop the steamy fudge dragon in the bathroom. I'll be a billionaire by tomorrow. It'd be perfect. It's easy. Then we get to send that to Clitter.com later down the road. We can talk about that one too. And so, you know, that got me to think of what my favorite jobs would be, and they would be in order: pro baseball player, not really athletic enough. 2, stand-up comedian, working on it with you guys here. 3, stay-at-home dad, just mentioned it. And then 4 would have to be an actor. Like, an actor is such an easy job. All acting is pretending. If you can pretend you're something, you're an actor. That's an instant Oscar. Like, Joe, act sad. Oh, good. Like, that's Emmy winning right there. That's all it is. Like, guys like Paul Rudd. My buddy Burbank described this to me the other day. Paul Rudd's the kind of guy where if he's in a movie, you notice it and it's great, but if you don't, you have no fucking idea what Paul Rudd is. If I'm an actor, I want you to know that I'm there. I want to be like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, you know if Morgan Freeman's in a movie, and you know if he isn't in a movie too. So my buddy said, hey, we're going to see a movie. And I say, is Morgan in it? Because we're first name basis now. And they say, no. I say, well, fuck that movie then. Because I'm not seeing it. Like, take the worst movie you've ever seen and have Morgan narrate it. Incredible. Like, there should be 3 rules. Morgan Freeman either has to be in the movie starring, 2 narrating, or 3 like some sort of supporting father figure like actor. Like, DJ, what is your favorite movie? It's a shitty movie. My favorite movie is Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park is an awesome movie. For the record, this is the 2nd dinosaur reference I've made while I've been up here. take an already awesome movie like Jurassic Park and just make T-Rex's voice Morgan Freeman, and it's like that much like tell Dr. Grant I wanna hunt, I don't wanna feed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna escape to San Diego and then you'll feel my wrath. Like, if he could just speak in Morgan Freeman's voice, it'd be so easy. Like, if Morgan Freeman called me today after the show and said, hey Joe, I want you to call Andy Dufresne and burn your neighbor's house down. Like, yeah dude, definitely. See, there's one guy that got the Shawshank joke. It's the DJ over here. That's good, thank you. And that's the thing, like a name, even his name, Morgan Freeman, like, it's like a name that will punch in the forehead if you look at him the wrong way, you know what I mean? Even like a name is so important. Like the way something's presented to you and titled to you means so much. Like for example, if I went on CNN.com later and one of the headlines was 2 drunk blonde lesbians urinate and assault an elderly homeless man, I'll be like, holy shit, that is just the worst. That is the worst news I've ever heard. But if I'm on YouPorn later and I see 2 blonde drunk lesbians urinating and beating on a homeless man, I'll dabble with that. You know what I mean? Like that's worth the $11.95 on Cinemax. You know what I mean? So that's why name is so important. Like if we were out tonight and we went out to the show and this guy came up to me and said, hey, what's up? I'm Octavius. Like, dude, fucking right, you're Octavius. That is a badass name, man. You will kick me in the teeth if I'm not careful. But if that same guy came up to you and said, hey, my name's Brent, I'd be like, oh, don't worry guys, his name's Brent. Super gay name, super gay name. So I came up with an idea, and maybe you guys will help me with this and be like a generation changer with this one. Like there are 6 billion people in the world, right? That's a lot of fucking people. You know, and names are gonna get reused, like my name, Joe. It's a boring ass name. Given, I'd rather be named Joe than Brent. If anyone in here's name is Brent, I apologize in advance. But the thing is, there are a million other Joes in the world. So I had this idea that we should start naming our kids after where they were conceived. You know what I mean? So instead of my name being Joe Madden, I would be backseat of my dad's Oldsmobile Madden. You call me backseat Madden, or BS, I don't care, we can answer any of it. So like say, you know, you come over one day, and I introduce you to my kids, and I'll say, oh, hold on, my oldest daughter's upstairs, let me go get her. Porta potty! Porta potty, get down here and meet someone! There's always texting up there. And then, you know, my second daughter, she's outside. Cosmic bowling! Cosmic bowling, tie your shoe before you knock out a tooth, young lady. Those kids, those fucking kids. Then, you know, my oldest son might be there, and he might be in the basement with his friends. I'll say, hey, Chuck E. Cheese! Charles E. Cheese Madden, you get up here right now! Punk. And then, you know, you can introduce to my 2 twin sons who were just born, Dave and Buster. They're fantastic young men. Or if they want to be more sophisticated, these are my 2 sons, Barnes and Nobles. Thank you guys, you've been great. Don't lie to your children.